this show is something very special for Holiday on Ice. I've been in Holiday on Ice 21 years, and for me this is the best show in Holiday on Ice. I'm not saying that because I'm the tour director of this show, but because I really think it is. The other shows are equally, they're as good, but this is something special because the theme is so different from any of the other shows that we've ever had.
People get up from the seat and they respond and they give you a good applause and they say thank you very much. You say thank you as well, but it's such a good feeling when you see people standing up and you're thinking you're special, and it gives you a lot of energy.
It was my dream to be performing in the big audience, so many people could see it, and lighting and everything. Because I've seen my parents performing, so I was really want to do that all the time.
I talked to my mom. I want to skate in Holiday on Ice. No, it's true. So this is like my dream.
Most times in the past, ice shows have tried to stick more to the razzmatazz kind of, sock it to 'em kind of entertainment formula. And those shows are great, right? Really, really great shows. With this one, we're going for a different kind of approach. You're going to get the same exciting skating inside this show. You're going to get the same fantastic lifts from the pair teams. You're going to get the great skating from the soloists. You're going to get the fantastic production numbers. But it's all been wrapped up in a different package.
With this show, you don't have the large decoration that we used to have. They don't have the big dresses that they used to hardly go around the ice with, gliding instead of actually performing properly. This show works more dynamically. They use lots of lighting effects. So there's not the big chunks of scenery on the ice, and you've got more ice to skate.
I think we're branching out, we're extending ourselves, we're trying to move with the times, we're trying to reach out to other members of society, maybe who don't understand ice shows, who've never been to an ice show. So we're trying to open up our views to have a larger audience coming in.
We're not just competing against other ice shows. We're competing against every other live show that comes to town. We're competing against television. We're competing against movies. We're competing against MTV. This is the genre in which we find ourselves. The audiences demand more, and they have decided that we have to give them more. And this is one of the shows that has come about because of this.
Every single night when we still do a performance and you are still out there by yourself on the ice, you always still have these little things in your stomach which is bother you, called the stress or whatever, but it's this a feeling which you wish not to have because it's like, oh, getting anxious. But I think you just need that to give the best of yourself every night, because you see these people are audience are coming here to see a great show, and you want to give the best of you. So you have this little nervousness always, every day on you.
When you do the show, every time I think it still feels like it's something special. You can do that. You, even after 5 years that I've been in it now, still feel like, you know, people are watching you, they're enthusiastic, they like it. So you still, even if you're in a bad mood, or if you, it may sound like, yeah, right, but we're all in bad mood sometimes, but still when you go out there, it disappears for a while.
When you're in the show, you forget all your difficulties, all your problems, all your troubles. It goes away, which is very good.
Every day, before I step on the ice, because it's a big role, and I'm about to go out and do it in front of a lot of people. Behind that curtain, right before it opens, every single time, I think I've forgotten how to skate, right? I'm completely overwhelmed by the role, and I think, I can't do this. I've completely forgotten how to put my left foot in front of my right. It's just, I'm so overwhelmed by what I'm about to try and go out there and do, which is good, because the nervousness gives you energy.
It's like purity and beauty, nice like relationship, but not the passion, not the love, but very nice, slow and clear. And when we're doing this number, like I don't see any audience. I just see is my partner Sergey, and he also just see me. So when we skate in our heads, it's just like our world.
You see these guys on the ice, they glide around, they look perfect, and a lot of people here in particular have been saying they can't believe how they don't make errors. And it looks so easy, but it isn't. It's very hard, and the public have to realise that, you know.
You practice all the time. If you don't want to be simple and ordinary on the ice, you have to go ahead. And I don't have time to read the book, because I always practice.
Talent. I had talent and lots of work. So this is two most important things.
I got up today, I went to the studio. I had a quick lunch, I came back here. I finish with you guys, I go and practice.
The show itself will not keep you in shape. You have to do more to keep yourself in shape. And that's the kind of commitment we have around here. I've never ever seen that in a show before. You know, like I said, 2 hours before the show, every single day, there's a whole bunch of us backstage working out. And it's great. Like I said, inside a small company, sometimes you may be the only person with that kind of commitment. Here, say you arrive at work 2 hours before, you're a little tired, You don't really feel like going back there and working out. There's another 12 people back there, you know, that'll help give you the energy to go out there and make yourself do it.
Thomas, go into tube, okay? We have this position, after this position, when you push, the arms coming down and overstop position. The arms going almost during overstop down. Too late.
15 minutes, please. 15 minutes.
And fire.
If I love my job, if I love what I do, I could be star in anything what I like. So I love skating, and it's not like I want to be a star. It's I want to be a good skater. I want to show up before in front of the audience. I like the audience. I like when they clap. That's all.
I've had friends tell me they'll be sitting there watching the show, and sitting down a couple rows in front of them is a couple 8 or 9-year-old kids. Now that's your truest audience in the entire world. They will not be polite and tell you, oh, it's a wonderful show. If they don't like it, they're going to tell you. And they've got an attention span that's about this long. Well, they'd look down at these 8 and 9-year-old children, right? And they're enwrapped. They're just sitting there watching it, right? And they're quiet. You know, and imagine keeping an 8-year-old kid quiet for 2.5 hours. So, I mean, you know, to hear things like that, you know, it makes it easier for you as a performer to go out there at night and do the show.
We're looking for perfection in the show because we are a professional show, and we always have to say, what else can we make more? What else can we make more to make the show even better for the audience, better for the skaters, to have nothing to say, okay, this show was okay, but this was wrong or this was wrong. No, we want to have a show who says, no, that was just great.
people been given it from above. It's a God's gift. So if you've got it, you've got it. You have to use it. You have to find it inside yourself. If you found it, you're lucky. Some people, they can't find it, and they're frustrated, and they're looking for something, and they can't find it. Well, I think I found myself, and it makes me happy because I feel great when I'm on the ice, and I feel that balance, like you said. And that's a great stuff to find out.
There is a magic with Xotica in that we're telling a story. Now, it's not overly important for the audience to follow the story exactly, but what the story does is it creates a mood. And I think people realize right from the get-go that this isn't going to be your average sort of happy, clappy, get them rah-rah right away kind of thing. We're not giving them a false sell here. This one's really, like the show says, it's, journey to the heart. And that's what we're going after with people, is we want an emotional response. And I think what happens in the opening scene in our show is we're setting a stage. And in so doing, we capture the people's attention. And oftentimes in the beginning part of the show, there's like a spell that we're creating. And sometimes I've talked to friends that have come to see the show, and they're really into it. But in those opening few scenes, it's almost like they don't want to break the spell, right? And that's great, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring people into our world.
The whole show is based on the one person who is the hero, and of his growing up in the life, of how his personality becomes. Basically, through the whole show, he going through almost through the life. He getting different feelings, he meeting different people, and he of course reacting somehow to it. Sometimes he's wrong, and sometimes he finding the way how to deal with this. And at the end of the show, he finally finding himself, and which is Xotica, supposed to be inside him.
I've seen people crying when they've left the show through happiness, not because they were upset. They couldn't believe it. This show brings out a lot of emotion in people.
You sort of have to step back and go, I am so lucky to be doing what I'm doing. With any job, there's going to be things that, aren't perfect with it or anything like that. But I think around here we have such a great opportunity.
It's a very, very good show, and it means a lot for me. It's part of my life now. It's been 2 years on the road. We're doing it.